Hey guys, it's Leo, and it's time to talk about episode 32 of HUGTTO PRECURE. In this episode, we learned that Homare's career in figure skating and ice skating, I never really know the correct name, is going pretty well. She is succeeding. We started this episode learning that she won a gold medal in a competition. We don't really know which competition, but she did, and she is trying really hard to get better and to be the best she can be. And right at the start of the episode, we learned that she is looking at Harry as an inspiration. And to be honest, Harry's character can be looked as an inspiration for any of us. Because if we think about it, Harry is someone that's been going through some hard times. He's been traveling time with HUGTTO, a baby. He's been going after the cures. He's been living on his own. He's working. He's trying to get his own living. And he's doing that basically by himself. I mean, now he has the cures, but it's not easy when you have a baby to care for. And so it's nice that the show highlighted that. And even though the show did not explain this very well. And we also learned that Homare, she is, cultivating those feelings for Harry. And Hana was even confused by the way Homare acted when Harry gave her that cocktail. And it was interesting because us, the viewers, we can clearly see what's going on, but Hana's always clueless, right? So it didn't really happen like that. So Homare is trying really hard to get better at ice skating. She is giving her all. She is being very bold in the trainings, and she wants to do things that athletes don't usually do in the sport that she's going for. And then we have Bishin, who is feeling very sad because Harry isn't giving him attention anymore, and he misses Harry a lot. Bishin was very interesting in this episode, and we're going to talk about it. And then Bishin attacked right at the start of the episode, and then we had Anoshimaida attacking the girls, and an invention by Dr. Trauma again that took Harry and Homare to another world. This world was created based on both of their feelings, and it was based on the Little Mermaid, the Princess Mermaid. I don't know how it's called in Japan, but for us here in Brazil, it's Pequena Sereia, which means Little Mermaid. And actually here in Brazil, we only know the Disney version, the original version of the mermaid that kills herself at the end or turns into foam at the sea, which is the version that they're using, is not a version that's very popular here in Brazil. I mean, here we got the Little Mermaid being, the Disney version of the Little Mermaid being really popularized. So then we got to this world. First of all, I think that it was really interesting that visually they took their time to create something different. They were kind of like inside a dream, and even though Homare was inside there, she was awake all the time, but the design of the world, it was very peculiar, and it felt dreamy. It seems that it was painted with crayons. When Homare was in the sea, all of the lines were not black, they were blue, and it gives a dreamy effect of some kind. And what it reminded me of? Those mermaids that were present in HUGTTO PRECURE. I don't know if it were the colors, the colorful hairs, or the colorful tails. I don't know what exactly what was, but it reminded me of that. And we also had some episodes, and I think that it was actually one episode in Smile that was Cinderella, right? That was based on Cinderella. Now we have the Little Mermaid. So I like when Precure does those twists and those reenactions of fairy tales. It always ends up nicely. And Homare was focused on going after Harry and on learning what was really going on. But when she went to Harry, she actually forgot it. And she actually forgot what she was there for. She ended up becoming intertwined by the moment. She became involved by the moment, and she kind of let go. She was feeling her emotions, and those moments for her were special. It was really nice when Harry was trying to dress her up, and she tried a pink dress, and then she tried a blue dress, and when she tried the yellow dress, that was it. She was perfect. I mean, it's our yellow cure. She's gonna look perfect in yellow. And Harry quickly thought of that. And then we had the dancing scene, which was very nice. We started with Harry, you know, trying to get to know her a little bit better, but then she took control of the dance, and she started remembering lots of moments from the season that she had with Harry. And I think that it's interesting because Precure is now giving a clear romance story for a cure, which is not something that they usually do, you know. I think that they obviously did it with Cure Dream, Cure Mint, and then we had a little bit of that in Cure Peach's story, but it was very minimal, and then she was not as involved. We had Chocolat and Macaron that were kind of forgotten, and then we have Etoile, which the romance is kind of like one of the main roles for her. And they do that without forgetting other things about her and her force, all of the things that drive her to actually achieve what she wants, which is a very successful career in sports, you know, in ice skating. And then I think that it's very nice that we see her as this type of character. We don't see her as a character that's only longing for romance, and this is never a focus on her, the only focus of her character. And then we see her, you know, letting go and embracing her emotions until Bishan appears, and then everything is destroyed and a new person appears, who is a person who is the most special person in Harry's heart. And I've seen some posts about it on Twitter yesterday when the episode was airing, and people were quick to notice. And that's not really hard to notice, but you know, people were very quick. After the episode ended, people linked the bridal character to HUGTTO very quickly. I mean, the colors are the same, the color palette is the same. She has the heart in her head, in her forehead. It's the same. And then we saw that character some episodes ago. It was in another Etoile episode, I don't remember the number of the episode, in which we saw a little bit more of Harry's past. And Harry was locked up and someone saved him, and we saw her silhouette. We know that was HUGTTO, and HUGTTO is still very special to Harry's heart. And I think that was interesting because at the same time HUGTTO was crying outside of the monster together with the girls, the other cures, and we had a very nice scene with them transforming into different characters. But you know, everything happened inside. All of Bishan's feelings were very clear. Bishan misses Harry. He misses Harry and he feels sad because Bishan is not the first person in Harry's heart. He is not. He is someone who feels betrayed, who feels unloved, who feels unpretty because of that. And he feels sad, and that consumes him. And when Bishan appeared, I thought that Bishan was going to be that psycho villain that was going to, you know, to be very scary and to try to kill everyone. But that's not the case at all, I think. I think Bishan is just heartbroken, and obviously that brought up the worst part of his personality. And I am not saying she anymore because it was confirmed somewhere that Bishan is a guy. And I'm fine with that, even though I think that we deserve more female villains in this season. Even though the two most iconic villains of the season were women, we need more. And, well, Bishan is a guy, so it's interesting that we see Bishan, a guy, you know, wanting and longing attention of another guy, you know, clear like that. And that can be a little problematic if we think of queer people as villains, but I'm not gonna dwell into that now. I'm gonna focus on the good part, you know, because, well, that's an interesting thing. And we're talking about HUGTTO, a very progressive season. And another progressive thing that I forgot to say was that Harry was doing the dishes. For a traditional society like Japan, that might be a good thing. That might be a big thing. I don't know how impactful that is, but that might be something, you know, that might be. And then Etoile was very sad. Homare was very sad, and all of those sad feelings were consuming her. But she reminded herself that she's doing whatever it takes to follow her dreams. And I think that it was nice because when she was at the bottom of the sea, I thought that she was going to think about Harry, she was going to remember Harry. She didn't. She was thinking about her career. She was thinking about her own feelings and her own goals. And that's what woke her up. And then she was able to destroy that device that was creating the world. The fight was very short, but it was nicely animated. I liked it. And then she said something very nice to Harry that actually made it certain that she has feelings for him, which are that now she is going to keep it secret. For now, she's going to keep her feelings a secret. And she is not going to try to, you know, put herself into Harry's mind, you know, to try to enter his mind, to learn everything about him. And after this, she learned it because it was an invasion of his feelings. He probably was not ready to share it with her. And she felt that she was invading his space, and that was very nice. That was very respectful, and I really liked it. And then she went out of the monster, the Cures defeated it together, everything was great. At the end of the episode, we saw Bishin turning into a mouse, a hamster, and then we saw Listel as well. So our theories are obviously confirmed now that they are all hamsters. Maybe not Jealous. I think Jealous is not, and George is not as well. Dr. Traum is probably not another. And then we have Harry, Listel, and Bishin as our hamsters. And maybe we have more, because when we saw the hamsters, when Harry was remembering it, we saw more hamsters. So we don't know. And I'm very excited to see more. And I think that Homare's decision of keeping it a secret is good because she's probably not ready to deal with it. And what she said at the end of the episode was right now she needs to focus on her abilities. So she's probably not really taking the next step because she has something very important to focus on and she doesn't want to be distracted from it. So I think episode 32 was very nice. Technically, it was very beautiful. I'm still wishing for longer fights. Even though the short fight we had was nice, it was really nice seeing Bishin go all the way, showing all his emotions. I liked it. Sorry for my throat. It's horrible again. But what can we do, right? The climate here is horrible. You guys have no idea. But anyways, guys, please leave a comment with your opinions on episode 32. And let's keep our talk in the comment box below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye!